Hey everybody, Resident Loser Jeremy here. I want to talk about something that we overlook so much. When you're just starting out as a producer, engineer, mixer, whatever, you have a hunger and a fire and a hustle that is really easy to take for granted. And we can talk about the Dunning-Kruger effect and like how your confidence or false confidence, I suppose, can play into that. Maybe that's for a future video. And I hope this isn't non-relatable because I feel like this is something that's important to remember no matter where you are in your career or what you're doing with recording, producing in general. This step that honestly has nothing to do with mixing, producing, nothing like that. This is a relationship thing. This is an emotional thing. But it's really easy to just walk right over this. I didn't even realize it until I was able to be a part of it. It felt good. And that was having like a listening party. Having a small group of people at the studio to sit, enjoy each other's company, and listen to the finished product. It wasn't like a formal listening party. It was really just a really intimate thing for the artist, the producer, myself, members of the band. It's really cool. This was an interesting project anyway, where I got to track as the tracking engineer, working with a really talented producer who then went on to mix that project, and then I got to master it. So it was kind of like I saw the beginning of it and I saw the end of it. And I don't think there's a whole lot of projects where I get to kind of ride to be in that role. I track a whole lot of projects, I master a whole lot of projects, but I've never tracked one, not mixed it, and also mastered it. So that was interesting. When this project was done, and because of everything that's been going on this year, this project had the deck stacked against it as far as the timeline goes. At the end of it, the producer came to me and said, hey, can we bring the artist in to just enjoy this listening experience? Because me and the producer had sat down and we went over these masters. We kind of tweaked some things. We did a mix consult first where fixed some things in the mix that could make the master a little better. We went back and forth a lot. We were just kind of having fun with it. It was a very organic process. It felt really good. And he was like, man, I wish the artist could experience it here. And we ultimately decided, well, why don't we just do that? Let's have everybody over and let's just listen to the record. And there were a couple small changes that we were going to make anyway. So what was actually cool is we got to sit and listen to it, have some drinks, and listen to it while I was actually printing the master. And it was a really cool experience to be able to hear your work, which is something we do all the time. We're constantly listening to our mixes, to our masters, to our work of any kind as it's printing. And it kind of got me out of my analytical mind where I'm listening and I was just enjoying the music. And then watching the faces of the artist, the band, and the producer as they were experiencing this work as a whole for the first time. And it was really cool. It offered a rare moment of closure that we typically don't get. I've had listening parties before, and I've had only a handful of them, honestly. In all the records that I've done in, 10 years, there's probably only been 2 listening parties. And to me, that's heartbreaking. I mean, if you're looking at it from a business perspective, which in the moment, I wasn't, like, this was honestly like a very organic thing. But if you want to look at it from a business perspective, this could be something like this is building a relationship with your artist. If you intend to have a working relationship with this person for any amount of time, doing something like this is that relationship part. Like, you're experiencing something together. It's not just about pay me, here's your service that you paid for. We all genuinely wanted to listen to this thing and enjoy it together, especially the artist. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of the third wheel as like the mastering engineer, the guy who comes in at the end. But I'm really glad I was able to be there. It meant a lot more for those guys, I'm sure. But it still was really cool for me to experience that and to be able to see what my work is doing in real time, or my contribution to this work is doing in real time in the form of their reactions to their work. Truck just pulled up. So I don't have anything technical to talk about today. I really just wanted to talk about this, that it's okay to sit and enjoy what you do. It's okay to let the hustle down every once in a while and be able to sit and enjoy what you've made with the people you made it with. And I'm speaking to myself here. I don't this is for you guys, but this is just as much for me, that I need to make a conscious effort to do that more with artists, because that was really good for me to experience in the moment, really good for the artist. It was good for the producer. It was kind of this cool moment that we all got to have that was unique to each of us. We all had different contributions to this thing, so we all kind of got something different out of it at the end. It's a nice little bow to wrap up the end of a project. And if you're not doing that, or if you haven't done that, or if you aren't cultivating that type of a relationship with the people you're working with, and don't get me wrong, this type of a thing will not work for everyone. I think for the vast majority of people we're working with, since we are working with these individuals, and hopefully they like what we do and we like what they do. And it really brought me back to what I had when I first started, when I had the heart and the hunger and that hustle. Like, it's easy to just go project to project to project to project, especially now when work was kind of hard to find there for a while. So now it's hustle time to the end of the year to try to salvage what we can. Getting that feeling back is really important. It was pretty cool for me. It kind of snapped me back into it in a way that's a little hard to explain. All that to say, try this. Let the artist come in and listen to the final project. You know, we have people in to do mixing with us, we have people in to do mastering with us, but when it's done, done, maybe get everybody together. If everybody's old enough, have some beverages. If not, go get some Cokes, whatever. Go have a soda, get some ice cream, buy a pizza, and enjoy what you've made together in the space that you've done it in. Because ultimately that's kind of the best case listening situation for all involved. Listening to it in the studio you made it in. Let me know what you think. Or if you've done this before, let me know what you get out of it. If you've done it and stopped doing it, kind of like I did, why? I don't even know that I can answer that question, other than I just let myself get busy. And I'm focusing on, not that we think those albums are any less important. It's just not a priority to do that at the end, but that closure is so worth it. Like, it kind of fired me up for the one that's coming next, instead of just, okay, that was Tuesday, here comes Wednesday. No, it put a period at the end of this record, and it's letting me start the next one, if that makes sense. Anyway, nothing technical here, but this is something as creatives that we shouldn't forget to do, to enjoy, to listen, to build those relationships and cultivate that creative energy that we all put into this thing. Anyway, guys, I'm Resident Loser Jeremy. If you like this one, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button twice. Consider subscribing. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one.